Today's performance had not been good enough.
I'm not happy with the draw. I'm not happy with the second half we did. But anyhow, we have 1 point and everything is open, and I think we go through the group anyhow.
The players will hope the presents they bought this evening aren't taken home too soon. After shopping, the squad was forced to leave from a back entrance for their own safety. And there was company on the way back to the hotel too. The team coach was given a police escort, and there was one from the supporters as well. The adulation of fans here has made England tickets much in demand, but many complain they're forced to buy on the black market, even though there are thousands of empty seats in the grounds. The sport's governing body FIFA is now investigating why World Cup venues aren't full. Daniela Ralph, BBC News, at the England team hotel in Japan.
And the main news again, a stunning climax to the Jubilee concerts at the Palace, a spectacular finale of fireworks and 1 million people there to witness them. From us all in the BBC Newsroom, good night.
Good evening. It's been a good day for the brolly for those Jubilee celebrations. It has been pretty wet across parts of the United Kingdom, but at least that showery rain had cleared away from London in time for the start of Party at the Palace. In fact, it's been a very pleasant evening here. Plenty of showers still across parts of Western Scotland and Northern Ireland. There'll be further showers here throughout the rest of the night. We're expecting some cloud and some patchy rain to drift across parts of South Wales and South West England as the night wears on. In between the cloud in southern England and the showers towards the northwest of Britain, well, there'll be some clear spells and it's going to turn quite chilly. Temperatures in rural areas could drop as low as 6 or 7 degrees. So it looks like there'll be plenty more showers across central and western Scotland and Northern Ireland throughout the day tomorrow. There'll be scattering of showers elsewhere too, particularly for parts of northwest England and North Wales. And down towards the south of England, well, there'll be more cloud here. It looks like there could be some rain on and off throughout the day in parts of the southeast. So for the celebrations in London, it looks like it is going to be quite a cloudy day, and there'll be some rain on and off throughout. And the temperature in London will only reach about 15 degrees Celsius, our best temperature in the sunnier parts of central Britain, up to around 18 degrees. And then tomorrow night we start to see the wet weather moving towards the north across eastern areas. That continues its progress northwards, then westwards during the day on Wednesday, and some of that rain is going to be heavy and thundery. Then on Thursday we're likely to continue to see that rain drift towards the southwest, but it's likely to fizzle out as it does so. That's how things are looking. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
I have to arrest you on suspicion of taking indecent photographs of young children and being concerned in their distribution.
I think it's the most disgraceful and disgusting crime. It's what I've chosen to investigate.
You've got to accept what's in his mind when he's doing it. Give all the therapy you like, it never stop.
Like it or not, some people behave like that, and someone's got to deal with them.
The Hunt for Britain's Paedophiles starts Thursday at 9 on BBC Two.
Now on BBC One, North West Tonight with Martin Henfield.
Good evening to you. Police in Lancashire say a woman found dead at a house in Accrington at the weekend had been violently assaulted less than 24 hours before. Christine Moore died from head injuries. Detectives are treating her death as suspicious. Abby Jones reports.
Christine Moore was discovered in the lounge of her house in Emma Street late on Saturday night. Officers broke in after a member of the public called to say they'd seen the body of a woman through a window. Police say the 51-year-old mother of two had only lived in the house for 2 weeks. They've described her as a well-known local character who had a tempestuous lifestyle. But her family say she always had time for other people.
She liked to drink, and I think that's what she was known as, but no, she was all right. She'd help anybody. If she had 10 bob, she'd give it you.
Police were called to the house on Friday night after Christine Moore was seen being attacked by a man on the street outside. But she declined any treatment, and that was the last time she was seen alive. A post-mortem yesterday revealed she died from a head injury.
At this stage, we don't know if the fight and the death are conclusively linked, and that's the focus of our inquiries today. We've got officers who are out and about in Accrington. They're speaking to friends and family of Christine, trying to piece together what she did in the last few days before her death.
Officers have begun a fingertip search for clues which could help them discover whether their investigation will become a murder inquiry. They want anyone with information to call their incident room on 01254 382 141.
Merseyside teenager is critically ill in hospital after falling from a slow-moving bus in Wirral. The 13-year-old was trying to get off the vehicle as it slowed down at Liso railway station on Saturday night when she fell and hit her head. The government of South Korea is threatening to sue the Cheshire-based company responsible for marketing the tickets for the World Cup. Thousands of seats have been left unsold for some matches. Cheadle-Hulme-based Byram has been accused of delivering tickets too late. A campaign group's hoping to increase public support for its fight against the Windermere 10-mile-an-hour speed limit. The Windermere Action Force is holding a series of public meetings in the area this week to bring together opponents to fight the proposed limit. Liverpool led the nation earlier today in the singing of a Beatles song to celebrate the Queen's Jubilee. Hundreds gathered this evening to watch a big screen presentation in the city of the Jubilee celebrations in London. Parties and events have also been held in towns and cities across the region, as John Ramos reports.
Liverpool school children sang the opening verse to All You Need Is Love, kick-starting a national link-up of the Beatles song, while communities across the region also got into the spirit of things by holding their own street parties. The fun carried on this evening as hundreds watched the Party at the Palace pop concert live from Buckingham Palace at a giant screen in Liverpool's Williamson Square, while Preston throbbed to the sounds of a special carnival. The celebrations have continued well into the night as several beacons were lit, including this one at Stockport, to mark the Queen's Golden Jubilee.
Well, the weather didn't harm the Jubilee celebrations too much. Didn't do the cricket any good, though. Rain disrupted play on the last day of Lancashire's match against Surrey in the first division of the Frizzels County Championship. Lancashire reached 112 for 3 in their second innings after rain delayed play. The draw means Lancashire gets 6 points and Surrey 10. Now, the region's weather, and if, like me, you've been to a Jubilee do, you know how wet it was this afternoon. Tonight things are looking better with a mostly dry night in prospect, minimum 7. Tomorrow should be dry with sunny spells in the south of the region, but some showers are expected elsewhere, maximum 16. And the outlook for Wednesday, sunny intervals with occasional showers. That's it. We're back with breakfast bulletins from 6:25. Good night to you.
Heroes will travel to the east, but they will not travel alone. Join them. Live on BBC One.
What an amazing show!
Every match on BBC Radio 5 Live. And interactive on BBC I, anytime. World Cup 2002.
You're listening to BBC Radio 5 Live.
The winning team from the BBC.
Well, tonight's stunning Jubilee concert here on BBC One means we're running around 25 minutes late. Michael Caine's the honorary consul in half an hour. Before that, what do you think of it so far? It's Johnny Vaughan's World Cup Extra.
Good evening and welcome to World Cup Extra. On the day that a town changes its name in honour of Emile Heskey's repeated inclusion in England's starting lineup. The Mexican coach admits he's thankful he didn't have to use all his substitutes today. And a Match of the Day editor waits for Garth Crooks to finish his first question. Too funny. A little later in the show, we'll be joined by the nation's foremost proponent of probability, the legendary Mr. Peter Snow. Whoa. Don't worry. That's safe. He's not going away. You're going to see it. But joining me right now are Gary Lineker and Lisa Rogers. Are you both enjoying the World Cup so far, or is it too much like hard work?
No. Well, it's quite hard work, but it's the World Cup, and it's fantastic. Now Brazil are in it.
Oh, Brazil. Well, it wasn't that.
It sort of starts when they get going, doesn't it?
I felt that today. They're sort of the whole world's second team. To see Ronaldo today, I don't really want to get into punditry. It's just something I've slipped into. Now you're here. But just to see Ronaldo, he's coming good again, isn't he?
Well, I was actually really surprised by his performance because, I mean, 3 years practically out, and he's made sort of a comeback. Everyone's talking about, well, he's about 60% fit. What it'll be like when he's 100% fit after that performance, I don't know.
But didn't you do that thing going, oh, Brazil, they're so great. Oh, look at them, they're winning, they play great football. And then Rivaldo did that thing with, ooh, a ball just tapped my knee. Yeah. Oh, I've been hurt. And then you hate them. I hated them after that.
Yeah, no,
don't want them to win anything.
Everyone focused on that.
No, those balls when they hit you.
On your knee, it hurts your face.
You look like you've been shot, Gary, the way you went down. Lisa, I know you're Welsh, but are you rooting for England?
I am rooting for England, yes. Absolutely.
In a manner of speaking.
I'd rather root for Wales.
You'd rather root for Wales?
Know.
OK, do you know what, just to show you the extent to which, I suppose the nation is hooked to the World Cup this time round. For the England game yesterday, have a look at this. This is the IKEA car park, a Swedish-owned conglomerate, on a bank holiday weekend. Has anyone been to IKEA on a bank holiday weekend? Look at that. Lovely. It's unbelievable, isn't it? That's the time to do it. Gary, this is my first football show. And what I'm surprised about, yesterday...
Possibly your last.
Possibly my last. Possibly my last. You never know.
Jealousy there.
You never know. No, that's bound to happen. That's all right. It's just angling in the box.
Insecurity.
It's just jostling in the box. That's all we're doing.
That's fine.
This is my first footy show. I'm sure it won't be my last. And I'm surprised how tough it is to do and to get the show together, actually, when England have played and had a disappointing result.
Oh, it's terrible. It's the worst thing you want. You're doing a game and they're playing awfully, and you've got to come back to it, and you've got to sort of try and be neutral and give an honest opinion, but you're absolutely gobsmacked. You're just depressed.
Yeah. And you've got Alan Hansen there, like a...
I know, and he's Scottish, and he sort of likes it when we don't do that well.
Of course he loves it.
He loves it when we...
You know, I bet it's like having a kind of a large Scottish undertaker knocking out.
If only he were that jolly.
A vulture in a V-neck.
Yeah, but it is difficult. I tell you when it's great, when they do well, when they play well, when they win, and they come out and you can. It's fantastic then.
Do you know what? Yesterday I watched the game.
It was depressing.
Yeah, it was. I watched the game, then the highlights, then all the punditry and all the analysis. But for all the hype, only one man really summed it all up for me. And he did it when I got home, and I was just watching the 10 o'clock news, and there's one guy there. He did it without even opening his mouth. His face said it all. I'm calling him one-all man. That's all he is. And when you see this, you'll understand why, yeah? He's got a face that just says one-all. Have a look, here he is. Do you know what I mean? One-all man. You don't need experts, you don't need pundits, you don't need analysis, you don't even see the bloody game. You just play that. This was England's game today. It's one man's face, one-all man. Even stoppage time is in his eyes. Ask him a question. Go on, just ask him, how did Heskey play?
How do you think Emil Heskey played today?
One-all man, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? No need for pundits. No need for pundits. The man is a genius. I want to invite him on the show if you know that man or you are that man. It was filmed at the White Hart in Winchcombe, Gloucestershire. Get in touch on this website that's coming on your screens now.